What is up, YouTube? How's it going? My name's Adrian. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. But in today's video, we're going to be discussing the sample process, and I'm going to be going over how much it costs, what you're going to need, sizing, and as well as designs. I know a lot of you guys have never stepped foot into the manufacturing world, I would say, and that's perfectly fine. I've had my manufacturer for around like 6 months, and it's been going great. Generates bigger profits, and working with countries overseas, it could be very beneficial to your business. And I want to show you guys the easiest way to get your product sampled. And in this video in particular, I'm going to be talking about clothing samples. I myself own a clothing business. If you want to check it out, click the links below. It's 26clothing.com. But without further ado, let's get this video started. Well, before we do that, we got to ship out these orders. And shop 26clothing.com. You are not gonna regret it. So yeah, I'm gonna get these packaged and then head to the post office, ship them off, and then we're gonna get into what you need to create your sample. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but we're gonna be doing a crew neck because that's what's gonna be next up on my list of releases. Boom, and to the post. Got him. And to the post office we go. But guys, the first thing you're going to need in order to get a sample is to get in contact with suppliers across the country. And in order to do that, you're going to need to download this app called Alibaba. And what Alibaba is, it's like a marketplace full of suppliers from across the world. We're talking China, Taiwan, Philippines, I guess, Pakistan, and suppliers basically from all over the world, and even the US. You're gonna want to download this app because this is how you're going to come in contact with your future supplier. And the app looks like this, and once you are registered, you got everything that you need, your email and everything, you're going to want to click on this second one. I don't know if you can see it, but it says request for quotation, and in there you're going to put what you want. For example, I want crew necks, and how many you're going to want. And typically you want to go with the one that has the most years in business and a relatively good price to the one that you want. Also, you're not going to get exactly what you want, so you're going to have to find the best one that fits your budget as well as your needs. But I gotta go take these real quick because the post office is going to close in 5 minutes. So yeah, let me go drop these off real quick. Alright, just got to the post office, and unfortunately they're closed. So looks like we gotta move on to step 2 on how to get your first sample for your clothing. Alright, we're in luck because right as I was walking out, there was one of the ladies that drives a car around and delivers, and she said she could take the packages. So I think we made the deadline. And the next thing that you guys are going to want to need or know is what kind of garment you're going to want, because that's also going to go into what manufacturer you're going to want to use. For example, I have a really good factory. They pretty much do it all. So depending on what sample you guys want to make, whether that be shoes, shirts, socks, really anything. It doesn't have to be clothing. So you really got to figure out what type of garment you want. So once you figure out what you want, you picked your supplier, you're going to go on to the next step. Okay, so the next step in this process is going to be sizing and spec charts. This actually should have been done before you contact the supplier. I just forgot to put it in there, but you have to create your size chart and a spec chart. For me, since I'm doing a crew neck, I'm going to go to my closet, pick out a crew neck that I like. For my example, I'm choosing the white Dulce crew neck from my clothing company because I really like the fit on that one. So you got to get the measurements down, and remember, the more measurements the better. The factory's going to want to know like all different types of sizes. For example, they're going to want to know the sleeve length, probably across the back, across the chest, the waist down here, the body length. So the more sizes the better. The other thing you're going to want to send them is a spec chart. A spec chart is basically a chart of all different types of specifications for that product. For example, what kind of cut is it going to be, what kind of sewing, what kind of logo, like is it embroidered, heat transfer, this and that, and just basically everything that you want on the shirt. There's free templates online, so like go ahead and check those out. If I can, I'm gonna try to link some in the bio. If not, just search up free spec chart template, and you should get one. So the next step would be to ask the suppliers or manufacturers for their color book, so that way you can choose a color that's right for whatever you want to release. If you're going to do multiple colors, be sure to put that in your spec sheet as well. And for the next step, what you want to do is choose the colors for your garment, or if you want multiple colors for, you know, 3 different garments, you gotta let them know that. And putting that in your spec sheet is really gonna, you know, make the process a little bit faster. After you've chosen color, send them the spec sheet as well as a sizing. For me, I get around 100 to 200 pieces, but every time I get a sample, I ask, how much is this gonna cost me if I get this many garments beforehand? Because if you don't ask beforehand, you get the sample made, you really like it, and then you go on and they tell you the price and you're not okay with it, and it's way out of your price range, well then that's just going to be a big waste of time. So before you even pay anything, say, hey, how much is it going to cost if I make 100 of these? They should be able to tell you the price as well as shipping. Be sure to add that into your cost, because shipping is rather expensive from here to the United States, unless you're going by sea. That's what I do, but it usually takes longer. Alright, so they told you how much it's going to be. Let's say it's going to be $10 for a crew neck, each crew neck. So, and I'm getting 100. That's going to cost me $1,000 total. And let's just say shipping is going to be $500. So I'm sitting at $1,500. And say, alright, that's fine, but first let's get this sample done. Sample is probably going to cost you around anywhere from $75 to $100. Sometimes it could be cheaper, sometimes it can't. It just depends what supply you're going with. So you say, okay, I'm ready to order the sample, and then you order the sample, and always pay on Alibaba's trade assurance, because that's gonna save you if anything goes south, because there's some scammers on Alibaba which you got to be careful for. And if you use trade assurance, that's basically gonna assure you and make sure that you don't lose any money in the process. Because if you pay like any other way, like with your credit card and not through their trade assurance, then there's no way you could get your money back. But if you use the trade assurance and, you know, they just scam you, I guess they never give you your products, you will for sure get your money back. So that's one thing that you gotta do. So that's one advice, you know, I would give you: always pay through Alibaba's trade assurance. And then after that, you gotta wait for your product to get here. It should take around 2 weeks for the product to be done, depending on what it is, and it should take like 3 to 4 days for it to get to your doorstep. After that, you just gotta review the sample, and if you're happy with it, you're happy with it. If you want some changes, be sure to let them know for that bulk order. And actually, let me show you guys some of my samples. Alright, here's a couple recents. This is the Origin hoodie that just came out about 2 weeks ago. Same with the sweatpants, and here are some of the combat shorts that came out this summer. But yeah guys, I hope you guys found a lot of value, because when I first started out, I didn't have this video and I didn't have no one to walk me through the process. And this could help me a lot, because, you know, my first sample, it took probably like a week to do, as compared to today. You know, it only takes me like a day to do the whole process for sampling, which is a lot of work, but that's way better than, you know, doing it in a span of a week, because time is of the essence, and, you know, time is not forever. So you gotta spend your time wisely, and this could definitely save you, you know, a couple days, which is really important, especially in clothing. You want to be ahead of the game and you want to be on time. So like I said, you know, this is going to be a timely process, especially finding that manufacturer that's going to do everything for you. Those are not common, but, you know, you'll find them eventually. And if you don't, like, don't give up. Like, you know, they're out there. You just gotta do the work, and you gotta like search for them. You just gotta put the time in, and you gotta search them. You know, you will find them. If not, they will come to you. But yo, if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like. If it helped you in any way, comment down below. I want to know how I can help. That's what this channel is all about. But yeah guys, that's gonna be all for this video. Probably my next video is gonna be, you know, reviewing the sample when it comes in. So yeah, my next video is probably gonna be, you know, reviewing the sample, checking it out, making sure the quality is, you know, crisp. And actually my next sample is actually the sample for my clothing business. We're gonna drop some crew necks. I know I'm saying it kind of early, but yeah. So if you're interested in the clothing brand, check out the link in the description. All the links are there, as well as my social links. But like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. But anyways, it's been Adrian, and I'm out guys.